balls, and I forget who had possession at the beginning of the game. But we should make that we pay attention to that. Good hustle, Ryan, to get down to the baseline. Josh, good patient whistle. Make sure we're looking at contact before we go. Josh against the last play. I had a lot of contact on white 12, so let's make sure that we can possibly see if we have a foul on the play, because the ball did or the foul did affect the player. Kevin, that white line that you're standing right next to, you should never go beyond that. So where you're standing right now is perfect. And we want to make sure that we stay there and don't go beyond the white volleyball line. Josh, on that last play, I would have liked a rotation come across that lane, because you're leaving Anthony out to dry on that play. Anthony, I know you just started right now and trying to get into the mode of the game, but you need to step in onto the court. You're a little bit high right now because you have the initial positioning is not correct, okay? And then right now we have contact to the head of 34 head. He comes up rubbing his head. We have to have something. Josh, same thing that I just told Kevin on the last play. You're way out of control or way out of position on the trail position from the spot that you need to be. Anthony, initial on that play, you have an open hand and you call out of bounds and you go with a foul. Make up your mind. It was a foul by 30. He forced him out of play, and then after that, we need to make sure that we have the right call. Okay, backcourt. Anthony, I need a 10 count on that, on the change of possession. We don't have any count right now, and then go from there. Kevin, I would have gave him a technical foul for saying cookies. Contact above the rim. Kevin, I would have looked at that and maybe possibly had a foul. It didn't affect the shot too much, but still kind of, they're down by 22 at this point, and we're not giving them any contact fouls. Great pickup for Kevin on 14, technical foul. Hey Kevin, great call on picking up that contact after the dead ball. But in that situation, Josh and Anthony, you need to come back to the ball and see what we have. Kevin, you have a great call. Make sure that you're reporting it and telling your partners, so then that way we can make sure that we're watching out for any contact or anything else after the play. Anthony, I think I've seen Molasses move faster across the court. Please make sure that once we have a dead ball, we should be hustling back to put the ball back in play. A total of 10 seconds ran off before we put that ball back in play for no reason.
Josh, on that last three, look at your positioning. You are almost in a straight line right behind the player. There's no way that you can tell if the guy gets poked in the stomach or anything like that. Move down, take a step down, and make sure that you can see the airspace in between both the offense and defensive player. Anthony, at this point, you need to make sure that you're paying attention to what's happening on the court. We had subs. Because you're at the slot position, you should be the person that's going to be picking up all the subs on this play. Josh, when you get to the table, go ahead and stop when you're reporting. Look at your positioning right now and then go from there. I'm okay with you reporting from that distance. Anything at the slot position during free throws, you should be standing at the intersection of the three-point line and at the top of the key and the three-point line in the corner. So kind of right on the Bears' face, okay? And then followed by a violation by the shooter that you missed. And Josh, make sure that you have the responsibility of the shooter also. Josh, going from trail to lead, make sure that we're paying attention to where the ball is going in. You're kind of running facing the wall. If we have a turnover, you're going to be in no man's land, and you're going to leave your two partners out to dry. Anthony, we have a little bit of contact on white 13. At this point, they are down by 32 points. We should be looking at ways to help them and benefit them instead of irritate them. They got 13 turned around after that contact. We're looking for a foul. In that situation, in a normal game, will we have a foul? Probably not, but they're down by 32 at this point. Give them a little tag foul is not going to change the outcome of the game. Anthony, why are you bailing on that play? And then after that, look at your mechanics. Look how lazy they are. Pointing at the official or pointing the way that we're going. Kind of look just like kind of lackadaisical. Anthony, now at the lead, you are just staring at the ball. get off the ball. You're at the lead position. Trust your partners. Both Kevin and Josh are pretty good officials. They can handle their own. But at the same token, you understand where the status of the ball is, but don't stare the ball down. Anthony, at this point, you have the subs on the court. You should be stopping Kevin from putting the ball back in play, not just putting your hand up. Kevin, outstanding call. We have marginal contact in a 40-point game, and we need to get those calls for that white team. Anthony, that play is right in front of you. Please take a look at it. It happened with about 4 minutes left, I think, but we need to make sure that we're looking at that contact and calling that for the white team. So we have a lot of contact on the play. A player gets injured. Same principle, Anthony. The ball is happening right in front of you, and we have no whistle. See, no whistle at that time. So we need to have a whistle on that, Anthony, just because for the mere fact we have contact that might be marginal contact, but in a 40-point game, we can go ahead and give them that call because they're down by 40, like I said previously. That's not changing the outcome of the game in no way, shape, or form. And then it's also saving us time because we also are stopping the ball because of the injury. Kevin, another outstanding call on this end. Understanding game management-wise that we're going from there. Now we are at the foul count at 6-2 in favor of the white team, but there was no communication between the three of us as a crew whether or not we're going to have one-on-one on the next foul. Anthony, look where you marked that three at. You're almost at the top of the key when you should be at the free throw line extended at the stop position. Anthony, look at how you pointed the last way. I'm going to stand right behind Kevin and point how you pointed. It looked like you just had a hand out like this. It either needs to be one hand going this way or full hand going this way. Okay? Josh, don't backpedal out of the free throw. Make sure that we're getting to the spot, bouncing the ball, and then walking backwards out of the free throw.